Hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, what's up?
Hey girl, what's up with you?
Not much. working, working and stuff. Staying busy.
Okay. It's the Hey Girl, Hey podcast. Thank you so much for checking us out. We are live on Facebook, we are live on LinkedIn, and we are live on the YouTube, as LaShawn would say. This is the Hey Girl, Hey podcast, and I am your radio chick, Kiki Brown.
And I am y'all.
Wait.
Oh, oh, oh.
And this young lady right here is my so sweet soror, Jerry
Yes!
Tipton. Hey,
That was the big news.
hey,
Hey,
yes.
Songz.
Hey, soror. So, just in case you did not know, if you weren't watching last week or our last show, Jerry had a special announcement, but she couldn't say anything.
No.
And then we hadn't had a show. And so, this is her first time. And she is here officially a part of the Blue and White family. She is a member of, no, you go ahead and you say it. You say it.
I am a part, well, I am a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, y'all. I am a Zeta. I'm so happy. It's still unbelievable to me sometimes. I know it's been
Yeah.
a little bit, but maybe because it's still fresh and it's so new, but I'm just so excited. I'm ready.
You are definitely a newbie, honey.
Yeah,
You are a newbie.
I'm a newbie. Yeah, I
Let me
am.
tell you, I see as Jerry had all her paraphernalia on, child. She was dated down to the socks. I was like, "Oh, somebody got to pull her up. Hold up now. Hold up.
Zeta down on head to
Zeta
toe.
down like it was cootie. She was just on that joint." Welcome to Zeta Soror. Thank you so much. It has been a blessing. Just watching you and your sisters just go through the process, and she is a proud member of Gamma Alpha Tau Zeta chapter here in
Yes.
Allegheny Valley, PA. One of three grad chapters in Western Pennsylvania. So we're so happy that you're a part of the family. And so I don't even call her sis anymore. I be like, hey Soror, you
Hey,
know,
Soror.
hey
Yes.
Soror. So yeah, so welcome to the fold,
Thank
Soror.
you. Thank you. So happy to be here.
All right, so we have a big show. I want to say we have a big show. I'm pretty excited about our guest. Hopefully, he'll be able to make it because I know he's on the road traveling. Dave Bracey is going to join us tonight. Dave Bracey is a comedian. He is a podcaster. He is a freelance beer drinker. Yeah.
Mm, interesting.
And yeah, he's a freelance beer drinker. And he's actually hosting an event here in Pittsburgh called the Barrel and Flow. And those of you who don't know about it, it's a big event, and it's America's first Black owned or Black run beer festival. And hopefully, Day will be able to join us tonight to tell us more about that event, which I'm looking forward to. I've actually never been to a beer fest before. Have you ever been to a beer fest?
No, because I'm not really a beer drinker.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
would
you're
go.
single and guys go to beer fests.
Maybe I should start going then. That's where all the guys is going to be,
You have plenty of sisters that are also single. Some of them
Oh,
are single, so take them
yeah.
with you.
You
You
know, I'm
know,
like, what's that? What's going
make
on?
it a trip. You know what I mean? That's
There you
all. Just make it a trip.
All right.
Um. So your intake sister say, "Hey, Auroras,
Hey,
Tiffany,
Aurora, who was that?
Tiffany checking in."
Tiffany, my girl. Hey, sis.
All right, so in the show, we tackle the first half with hot topics, and hopefully our chatter chick LaShawn is going to be checking in. She's always booked and busy. She is of a certain age, so when
Yeah.
she has time for us, she'll make it. So we're going to talk about this week's hot topics. The trending topic this week, Jerry, was Kanye West. I don't think I've ever talked about Kanye so much in my life.
I don't think so.
I've never talked about Kanye West so much in my life.
No.
It's to the point where it's not even entertaining anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, come on, yo. It is to the point where it's starting to become a little disturbing.
Yeah.
So Kanye's gotten so out of hand that he has been suspended from Instagram for 24 hours. Bad Kanye.
Shame on you. Yeah.
Shame on you, Kanye.
Disabled.
Shame on you. Chatter is here.
Yay! Yes, girlfriend. Yeah, look at you.
Chatter Chick is here.
Hey,
Hi.
girl, what's up?
Are you with us? You there?
Hey, girl.
We're gonna wait till she catch in. Check in. Hi.
Hey.
Hi. Hey, honey.
Wow.
So you just made it. You made it in time. Well, you did miss the announcement. We'll talk about it again. You already know she's not pregnant and she's not married yet. So you're good.
Not those announcements. No.
Not those announcements.
Oh, I thought you was gonna tell about my pregnancy. Let me do that. Don't tell anyone yet. What?
No.
What are we doing?
Okay, so we're talking about Kanye West and just his craziness this week. We're into hot topics. First topic, Kanye West. He was suspended from Instagram for 24 hours. Bad Kanye for all threats that he's been making. Because he's just in his feelings about this whole Kim and Pete Davidson thing. I agree, though. That's fast. I think that's what he had about. Like, dang, can the ink dry from all those papers? You have to be. You do have to be with the skinniest man on earth.
What the deal?
Pete Davidson. He said, "Wow, you must be if she left you for a white man."
Oh, that right there was the one. I was like, wow.
What did he say?
He said, you
gotta be. Go ahead.
Oh, he said, you know how bad you gotta be to make a Kardashian go to a white man.
Well, okay.
Horrible.
Yeah, that's a
well,
shame.
he wasn't saying very nice things about D.L. Hughley, but it did not hit the fan or didn't get serious until he started talking about talk show host and comedian Trevor Noah. So, I mean, he's talked about Pete Davidson, he's talked about D.L. Hughley, and then when he started talking about Trevor Noah, Instagram was like,
Yeah. Trevor's off limits. I love Trevor Noah. He is.
Why can't Pete Davidson and D.L. Hughley be off limits? Why Trevor
Noah?
DL
too, but Trevor doesn't bother anybody. DL doesn't either. He's just, But he should have known DL, like that's one thing you cannot come for comedians because they will come right back at you. And comedians are off limits as well. Like that's their job. You know what I'm saying? So
but when you're acting like a clown, don't expect for there not to be any jokes.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I agree.
This whole thing, this whole scenario with him and Kim is so funny. It's ridiculous. And I mean, it's not that she jumped into anything fast. She's been going. Could you imagine going through this stuff with Kanye? We're just seeing it for a couple months.
Right.
She was married to him.
Yeah.
Come on. So
I'm surprised it's this long. We actually placed bets when they were how long? This has actually been a long time that they've been together. So
for what, 7 years?
Yeah.
7 years. Yeah.
She was probably over this years ago.
Years. She was like, I can't. She said, cut.
She put up with it. She
poor
knows.
Little Kanye.
Yeah,
poor little Kanye.
He just really hasn't been the same, since his mother passed away. And I understand that, well, I don't, but I can see, how that really has affected him. But I was thinking about watching because part of me,
documentary,
his documentary, because
it was really good.
That's what I heard.
It was good.
It's really good.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Just to see that other side of him, because he wasn't always like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to see the before. And I was listening to his music the other day off of Late Registration. I said, "That's
the Kanye I like."
This is when Kanye was bad, man. And his music, man, was off the charts. I remember when it first came out. My sister told me about Kanye. I'm like, I don't know who Kanye West is. She's older than me, but I was like, who's Kanye West? He's not with Rocker with Fella, this and that. I'm like, oh, okay, but listen to his old music. I'm like, this is him. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the Kanye. I miss the old Kanye, as he would say. You know what I'm saying?
But if you look at that documentary, he still had these issues that he's going through now.
Yeah,
it's just personified now. It's just a lot. But he was going through that before.
He had. He was. Yeah. It was. He's special. I don't know if he's short but special, but that other is special. He's a little special. He's definitely got some ego issues. He's
gotta get a regulation of his meds. I mean, if he gets a regulation of that, like he gets to where he's okay. I mean, I hate the boy is great, but he'll tell you that himself. That's how much he loves himself. But he's great. He's great. But he has to
tell you, I'm great.
I'm great.
I'm great. I'm awesome. I'm awesome. Dame Dash ain't even that bad, and Dame Dash is bad, but he not even that bad.
Really?
He ain't on that level.
So okay, so I don't know. I just feel that it's convenient that this is all happening before the premiere of Keeping Up with the Kardashians on Hulu.
Mm-hmm. That is right. Isn't the title? Is it the Kardashians?
I don't know. Whatever. It don't matter. It don't matter. They don't need to have that damn show. How about that? That's what it's called. They don't need to have that damn show. All right. Well, so we got
keeping up with them.
I saw what you did there. But boom, good job. I saw that. That's what's up. That's what's up. What? I wonder if you got it with this one. Do you know who Brittany Griner is? She is a W. Look at the Shaw's face.
It's like
that's a no for me, dog.
No, you know
for me, dog. Brittany Griner is a WNBA star. I was introduced to her watching The Shop. Shouts to Maverick Carter, LeBron James, Uninterrupted.
Is it on cable?
It was. I think it's now on YouTube.
I don't have cable.
I think you have YouTube. It's on YouTube now.
It's on
YouTube.
I'll watch it.
So Brittany Griner, she pled not guilty in a Russian court today. The court said that the Phoenix Mercury Center will be detained until at least May 19th. She has to stay in court. So Sean, you're probably wondering why she's in a Russian jail. Well, she was charged for bringing drugs into Russia, which you could see jail time of up to 10 years in the country. So here's the thing, like the immediate response was, of all times for you to go to jail, why are you even in Russia?
Yeah.
Why are you in Russia? Why are you bringing a cartridge? So I think Russia is using her as a ploy. I believe they are. But I don't know. I feel like if she were a male athlete, that the country would really be fighting for her to be free. I believe if this was, I don't know if it was I don't know if I want to say if it was Carmelo Anthony, because they might not fight for Carmelo, but if it was like Stephon Curry, they probably won't fight for her. Shouts to Carmelo. I'm just saying. They won't fight. They're gonna be like,
they would send a plane over there. The team would send a plane over there to go get him.
Tell him we not home. We'll call him back. Tell him I'll call him back. I'll call him back.
Like, what?
Who's on the phone? It's Mello. Who? Mello.
Tell him in the bathroom.
I'm on the other line. Well, you remember how back in the day, if someone was calling your parents and they'd be like, "Tell them I'm not home." That's the same thing they was doing. Tell them I'm not here. I'm not here.
My mom says she's not home. Like,
my mom said, I did that one time, girl. I got in trouble.
What do you guys think about this story though? You think it's just unfortunate? You think it's just bad timing? Really bad timing, I think.
Why? You know, every place got drugs, right? Like, is she
not Disney?
Like,
not Disney.
All them little characters. What? You said not the church?
Not the church. The church got juice. They ain't got the drug.
They ain't got the drug. They got
the juice.
Yes, the Jesus juice. But you know, I mean, like, why? risk it carrying drugs over to Russia? Why would you do that? Like, I don't know if she had a joint or whatever, but whatever. But come on.
You're so old school. You just said joint.
I said a joint. A joint and reefers. She got the reefer.
Reefer and joint as we're
Reefer and a joint. You know what I mean? I don't know if she got that. What did she brought? Did she bring that with her? But why? Why? You know what I mean?
I don't think it was hers.
Yeah. And
I think somebody saw who she was and was like, Putin was like,
opportunity.
Boop, boop.
But you know, what kind of family members does she have? Because I tell you what.
Who was she going to see?
Yeah, she didn't got her an online boo from Russia.
She's married.
Oh.
Why was she married? Her wife is like free Brit. Like,
yeah,
not today.
She's thinking, so what I think she's thinking around with an online boo, and she went over to meet the online boo over there in Russia, and that's what happened. I'm just gonna say that. I don't know. Because I watched 90 Day Fiance, and that's what they did.
That's my show.
I'm not.
I wouldn't be. I'm telling you, man. I would not be. You know what, Sean? You right. I wouldn't be surprised. That's a good one.
Remember Olivia Newton-John. Remember Olivia Newton-John was with that dude, and he disappeared. Say he had died.
Yeah,
but he ain't died.
He ain't died. But they ain't find them.
People dying like they ain't never died before.
People dying that ain't never died before.
She done
got her another family, Jesus.
You know what's going off of what you said? I came across because this made me think. I came across this thread that said, "What was the craziest lie your boyfriend ever told you?" And I'm going through these tweets or whatever, and the one girl had said that her boyfriend faked his death, had a burial, everything, and come to find out he had a girlfriend on the side, a whole other girl with a family. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
You want something. You wanted something.
You really think Brittany got a whole different family?
I don't think not past nobody.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know who her family is, but I tell you what, if I got stuck in Russia, the whole Tipton, Chapman, the whole clan, everybody would be over there in Russia.
Bet they won't. Bet they won't. Ain't nobody going to Russia. Ain't nobody going to Russia.
But you know, or my family, because Jerry Gone saying this, y'all gonna be outside the Pittsburgh International Airport. Free, Sean. I mean, trying to get tickets, like doing GoFundMe.
GoFundMes and all types of signs and everything.
Yeah. I'll get one cousin to get over there to Jamaica. Well, this is where they diverted me to Jamaica. I'm trying to get to Russia, but since I'm in Jamaica, I'm just gonna be cheering. Come on, free Sean. I'm like, you in Jamaica? Get to Russia,
but I'm in Jamaica. I'm trying my hardest to do what I gotta do.
What you doing?
There you go.
I mean, I would have got on the plane something like I don't know. But I think she got something. She got something going on. She got something.
She ain't got nothing going on right now. She in jerk.
Yeah. They might just do her. Remember, I think it was like in Iraq. Well, when they had the war going on, there was a sister that they caught. Remember her back in Okay, so this was like in 90 something. It was. We gotta do the history. I can't remember, but there was a sister. She was caught behind enemy lines. A black woman, matter of fact.
Okay.
She was out behind enemy lines, and they were showing pictures of her, and she was just like sitting there like, oh. And they had her, they captured her. And so I believe that's when the last Bush was in office when she got caught. Mm-hmm. I think it was like just before 9/11 or right after they caught her. And so, you don't hear anything of her, but she did. They let her go, but she was in the service whenever she got captured. I gotta do some more history. Next week I'll have something on that. But okay. Yeah. So, but they didn't send planes or anything for her, and she was a black woman, and she was in the armed forces. Right. So they're not going to do too much for a WNBA.
Right. Okay.
He's kind of stuck there.
It's bad. I'm surprised they said you have until May. So
yeah.
Good luck, sis. Good luck. All right. So
bounce a ball or something.
She I hope she maybe she's not looking at the news because she'd be pissed to find out Jussie Smollett got out of jail.
He got out.
Yeah.
When?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Well, why waste the money on something like that? Why
Jerry and I were talking about this. We were like, why did he even go?
Mm-hmm.
He's humiliated himself enough.
Right.
He probably not going to get a job anytime soon. He just needs to go out there, live in the woods, grow a beard, chop down some trees, and just kind of read the notebook. I mean, write the notebook, watch the notebook, color in the coloring book, and just kind of chill for a minute. Just kind of find yourself for about 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And during that time, write your book.
Yeah, write a book. That's a good one.
And then come out, and then folks will be done, forgot about everything that you did from this time.
I think you can bounce back from that. It's just like may take him some time. There's people who've done a lot worse things than what he did and bounce back from it too. But I'm like, dang, they really threw this man in jail for 5 months.
Wait, I was saying this to Jerry off mic. I was saying this to Jerry. I was like, why is it that everywhere he goes, they are always rushing him? It's like, sir,
he's walking fast everywhere.
There's nobody chasing you. There's nobody. Look, if you stop right now and look around, there ain't nobody there.
He got that Forrest Gump thing going on. Everywhere I went, I was running.
You said I was running. You know what I mean?
Like, ain't nobody chasing you. Like,
ain't nobody coming after you, bro. Nobody even wants to know.
He's coming back. He's coming back because what's going to happen with him is that there's going to be somebody who's going to be making a movie, hint me, and they're going to need somebody who did some acting and will come like who has experience but would be very cheap.
Okay.
Oh, you mean like the dude from the Cosby Show? the son-in-law.
like Elvin.
Because he was working at Trader Joe's.
Right?
So you said Jussie Smollett got to get a job at Trader Joe's, and he gonna get that.
He got to get a job at Giant
Eagle. but no, I didn't say he had to do that. I'm just saying that someone will pick him up. But his like his card isn't like the top card anymore. He got to come a little lower in his rate. So it's like
he not even Tyler Perry stage play.
Yeah. Tyler don't want that on his.
But he might be the stage play because he would be the comic relief.
He's not even David Talbert stage play.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh no.
He's not even.
He
not even.
Ooh.
Yo. He
ain't even.
He ain't even.
He ain't even high school play.
He ain't even high school
musical. No, I ain't gonna say that about him. I mean, I'm wishing him well. Because wherever he's running to, I hope he's running to some money.
He ain't even middle school play. I'm sorry.
Owings Mills High School presents Shrek the Musical, starring Jussie Smollett as Donkey. That's wrong.
That's so wrong.
I'm sorry. Okay. I quit.
For real. I'm gonna have to call him and tell him I'm sorry about that. I'll call him. I'm gonna call him.
Yeah.
Come on, Jess. I'm sorry.
All right, we got a couple more minutes.
He knows how I be joking around. He knows how I joke around.
We got a couple more minutes. I gotta get into.
He knows how I be joking around. Woo! That's gonna take me out of here right there. That's gonna take me out. Right there. That right there. That Shrek and Donkey one was wrong. That was wrong right there. That's gonna take me out. I need a minute. I need a minute. Hold on.
He's not gonna play Donkey. He's gonna play Lord Farquaad.
She's got
Oh, you rude.
Lord Farquaad.
No, or the gingerbread man when he gets scared, he goes, that little raisin be like, oh, sorry, I'm scared. All right, I'm done. Come on now, that's gonna take me out. All right, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, that was you did a snorkel. Yeah, snorkel laugh.
Stop.
All right, all right. That's gonna hold up. I don't want to do that to him. You know what I mean? That's my boy. That's that is my boy right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stop.
I gotta go.
All right.
She gets on my nerves. I gotta go.
All right. So we got Who the F Cares news. We got to run through this real quick. We got 5 minutes, and I was hoping our guest would show up. Dave Bracey. He's the one that's supposed to be making us laugh because he's the comedian. So hopefully he'll be showing up pretty soon. All right. So here's the Who the F Cares news outside of Jussie Smollett being released from jail. Backup quarterback, Pittsburgh Steelers backup quarterback Mason Rudolph and his girlfriend of 2 years broke up.
What?
My turn.
You know what that means? Sound like
my
turn.
turn.
A contract.
That's what I was looking for. That's my man.
You like him? Who is he? Okay.
She don't even know who he is.
He's a quarterback.
She don't know who he is.
You don't even know.
Who he is.
But right. I like the way she said my turn. Like I don't even know who it is.
Don't even know who it is. Don't even know who it is. I can't. All right, Julia. Like, remember Julia Fox? You know who Julia Fox is?
No.
Right. So she said that she was Kanye West rebound girl, who he swiftly kicked her to the curb. So she has time to talk to TMZ. She said that Ye wasn't a threat to Pete or Kim, that he's just being artistic. He's just expressing his art.
Oh, that's what they call it nowadays. Okay.
He ain't crazy.
He just expressing his art.
He the uncle up in the attic crazy. Yeah. That's all. Everybody got one of them. He the uncle up in the attic crazy.
Just walk around naked. You be like, oh, that's his art?
I think Sean might be upset about this one. Nick Cannon's talk show did not get renewed for a new season.
Man, I'm
mad. Canceled. You mad? What are you mad about?
No, I watch Wildin' Out though, but I watched his show a couple times and I was like, oh, okay.
He don't need a talk show. Nor does Jennifer Hudson. Why does Jennifer Hudson have a talk show?
Since when?
It ain't happened yet. Somebody just
she's getting
just giving out talk shows.
Pretty much.
I got the experience.
Go ahead, Jer.
Dude, give me a
Jer.
Pete Davidson has Kim's name branded on his chest. You can see his heart. His chest is paper thin.
Right.
It's on his front and his back. That's how thin he is. And rumor has it that Khloe Kardashian might be dating Trey Songz.
You know what? Anyone other than Tristan. As long as it ain't that man. I don't. They used to date back in the day, I believe. Right?
Really? Yeah. That's in the best. That's in the best category of the segment. All of that.
Who the
stuff.
F cares? Yeah,
I mean,
be strategic with it. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
I don't care about the Kardashians. I don't. I know Kim made a comment this week about
people need to go to work.
Yeah, and and how she's really worked hard, but was the playing field even for you, sweetie? You're working hard
on what?
Different. Yeah, like so when it comes to them, I'm like, I don't care. Date who you want to date, and if people want to come up because they're friends with them, dating them, eating dinner with them, do you? But who cares about them?
So I have to correct a comment earlier about the statement made about Brittany Griner.
Okay.
She has been a pro basketball player in Russia during the NBA offseason and makes most of her money playing in Russia. She is a millionaire and she is famous in Russia.
They are
so much to Fred in the back who is listening.
Yeah. So
thank you, Fred.
Thanks, Fred. So you know what?
So I said, thanks, Fred.
We were very confused.
That makes sense. So she was playing in Russia. So that's where she knows where the joints and the weed is in Russia. That's why she got caught with it, because she knows all that stuff. But yeah, so that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. So,
yeah, she lived there. She knows what's going on. She all right. She gonna get out soon.
We're gonna take a quick break to pay off the legal fees from this episode. And then we'll be right back. I gotta come up with something to talk about. No, our guest is here. Bracey is here. So we're gonna take a quick break because I had to think about what we was gonna talk about since he wasn't here yet.
You ain't gotta think about nothing. I got it.
Hey, Day.
What's good with y'all?
I was like, crap, what am I going to talk about?
Man, I was about to sing. Y'all don't know.
Oh,
y'all
thank
think
God.
I just
I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here, Dave. Oh my God.
Man, I just be doing this for fun. My real money is the singing.
Okay.
I'm definitely on CPT time. Yeah, I mean,
oh no, you're good.
You pretty much are.
You are good. We're gonna take a quick 5-second countdown.
I was only 5 minutes late. He 30 minutes late. I'm just saying.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. It's the Hey Girl Hey podcast on Urban Media Today. This is when we count to 5. Like literally.
Like literally.
I don't even know if that was 5. That was like 3 and 3.5.
What's that?
It's the Hey Girl Hey.
4, 3.
We did it. We're back. It's the Hey Girl Hey podcast. Shouts to Urban Media Today, Urban Media Today Radio. We have a special guest. I am so excited that he said yes. He didn't even think about it. He ain't sent me to his people. He's like, hell yeah. Dave Bracey is here. What up, fam? How are you?
What did he say? What did he say, Kiki?
Hell yeah. No, I don't. It was a text, so I don't know if that's really how he said it. He's like, all right, whatever.
Because I was gonna get him. I was gonna get him to say it. How did you say it, Dave?
Hell yeah. Yeah. No, I appreciate y'all having me on, sharing your platform with me and whatnot. This is dope. It's nice to just go and hang out in somebody else's house once in a while. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got to clean up afterwards. So
right. Dave Bracey is a comedian. He's a podcaster. He has a web series. It's awesome. You have to see. You have to see his web show. It's called Ed and Day in the Burgh, and it's on Very Local. And I saw it. I saw a couple of episodes. It's great. You got to check it out. He also has a podcast called Drinking Partners. You still have the podcast, right? Drinking Partners.
Yeah, I think so. That's
and they just talk about knitting. They just talk about knitting. They don't even talk about. I don't even know why it's called Drinking Partners. It's just, they just talk about knitting in different ways of knitting.
Oh yeah, okay. Knitting with a bottle in your hand.
Right. I met Day on a panel, and I did not know who the heck he was. And we were sitting next to each other and we're talking about media, talking about radio. And he was just so frank. And I was like, yo, this dude is so cool. I like him. I want to be his friend. I never told you that, but I was like, I like him. I want to be his friend. And he was very cool. So yeah.
No, I appreciate y'all having me and whatnot. And like I said, it was cool. It was nice. Because you're very polished, on stage, and I consider that like it's speaking engagement, right? Mm-hmm. And like the ease at which you're able to talk to folks in a difficult situation, because I get sick of talking to white people, but like you got to talk to them motherfuckers. Yeah, I mean, like it's just that's the only way you go on. Yeah, I mean, get the motherfuckers to change. So it's just.
This is what I'm saying. This is
to have somebody else there, like, it's nice to, cause you start to play off, and it's like, it's like, yo, that should be fucked up, and I'm like, yep, that is fucked up, ain't it? Like, and it's a nice bonding situation. You kind of like, it's an alley oop back and forth, like,
the views and opinions of the Hey Girl Hey podcast.
Dave.
This is let me tell you something though. This is how Day is on his podcast. This is how he is on stage. He's filter free, and I love it because he's such a free mind. And we talked about actually being canceled, because I think at this time, I don't know what comedian was in Hot Water Day. But I mean, now there's some comedians in hot water, but at this time it was about canceling. cancel culture. He was just like, cancel
culture.
me, try to anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean, cancel culture is just the thing that people say when they don't want like any consequences for their actions. Like free speech comes with consequences. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, as a comedian, like you get to say whatever you want, but you also got to, you know, there's consequences to what you say. So like, you know, don't say it and then whine about how people react. I mean, and like, you know, Chappelle got canceled and now he got 3 more specials coming. So like, I'm looking to get canceled. I mean, what does that even? Yeah, I mean, like, is that the golden ticket now? Like, you know, so I like cancel culture. Like, okay, like where? So I don't know, but you know, ultimately, I think that if you are just, you know, saying things that are true and you're willing to have those conversations, like, you know, people they don't want to talk about things. So like they say it and it's like, oh, well, then don't ask me about it. I said it. And it's like, oh, that's closed-mindedness, right? Yeah, I mean, like, you know, so, you know, like I say what I say. And then if somebody tells me, you know, like I shouldn't say that and they defend their point, then, you know, I change my mind. You know what I mean? And I think that's what, you know, a lot of like what comedy should be, you know, as a medium. But you know, I don't know. I haven't been on stage in a while, so I mean, this pandemic.
yeah. But you've been doing a lot of other things. I mean, with Ed and Day, and you still have you have Barrel and Flow, the Barrel and Flow Fest coming up, which I was reading on it. Is it America's first Black Brewfest?
Yeah. So you know, we started that back in 2018. It was Fresh Fest at the time.
Okay.
You know, it was kind of you know, reminiscent of the Fresh Fest back in the 80s.
I went to the Fresh Fest. Y'all were not even available. Well,
the date of the first one was August 11th. I mean, like, and we basically brought out like so the point of the festival is I'm sorry, I've been on my happy hour Thursday.
You ain't tell us. We just sitting here
I got my juice box.
Yeah, now I'm actually in Philly. As I said, I haven't been on stage in a while. I'm actually in Philly for a show at the brewing school. They have a graduation show coming up or whatever. And you know, again, it's like, you know, we started the festival because if you look at a lot of entertainment, it's based in, you know, the food and beverage industry. Right, like a lot of their revenue is based in food and beverage. You know, I mean, they'll give you free tickets to the Improv, but you know, you're charging you $15 for like the Budweisers and like, you know, I mean, $10 for the chicken fingers and whatnot. And that's how they make their cash. Right. So, you know, but like Black people are typically on the other side of that. You know, I mean, we're just the entertainers. We're just like, you know, the people that consume it, and like we consume about 13%. We're less than 1% ownership in it, and you know, we're like, you know, like seeing that as a comedian and like, you know. Comedy in Pittsburgh is just an excuse to keep people drinking for 3 hours, right? You know what I mean? Like, you know, that's what a lot of this entertainment was, right? My friend gave me a free ticket to see the Roots, but I paid for like $75 in beer. Like, it wasn't even good beer. It wasn't even good beer. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, let me get the round. I'll take the round. Like, not at Stage AE, bro. That's you know what I mean? Go listen. Buy the tickets. Yeah. You want to buy the tickets in that deal because the drinks ain't what you want, bro. You don't want to be at that bar, right? So like it's a $240 billion industry in the craft scene, you know, $400+ billion you know, in various, you know, like wine and liquor and things of that nature. And you know, with that, and it has a lower cost of like entry, lower cost of education, you know, shorter curve. If you're opening up a restaurant, this is a possibility. You know, but we're not giving those access. We don't see people in the community doing that because typically, you know, we get gentrified out as soon as the breweries and you know, you get a brewery and a coffee shop and you're out. That's it. That's just like 1-2 punch for gentrification, right? Yeah. So, you know, with the festival, we're like, all right, well, how do we get more people on the other side of it? And like, you know, as an entertainer, like, you know, you know, we threw a festival and we brought in, you know, Black-owned breweries, which there are less than 100 out of 8,500 in the country. Wow. You know, we got like, you know, the first year we got like 10 folks. Last year we had about 30 of them. And you know, representation matters because you want to see people that look like you be successful in that. You know, you want to have a safe space for people to ask questions, you know, and learn the styles and whatnot. You want to have a good time. It can't just be about the alcohol. And, you know, when you get in there and you start to like educate and you see that, like, you know, instead of just buying it, we can actually be like brewing this and making money and generating revenue from outside of the community. You know, like, you know, once we have those mechanisms, you know, I've seen, you know, if you look at these breweries as they pop up around the country, you know, they're real economic, like there's, you know, people buy houses, but like property values go up because not only are you like, cause I mean, there's a whole industry, right? And you don't even have to brew beer. Like I'm a comedian and a large portion of my income this time at this point comes from the brewing industry. You know, and it always has, really, if you look at entertainment, right? And like you get a cut of the sales, you get a cut of the, you know, you're doing, you know what I mean? Like to some degree, it's already coming from the industry, but it's like, we don't go apply to Budweiser. We don't apply to the beer distributors. Like we don't have trucking companies that are working for these larger, you know, it's a whole industry of people, attorneys, you know what I mean? Like, you know, lawyers, like things of that nature, right? All of these things are necessary in this industry, and top to bottom of all the industries that I've seen, like this is the whitest, like the whitest with McWhite, and it's America, right? So we're already like, you know, out of a lot of these, but like we really like this is a huge blind spot in the community, and the access is there, and like these breweries are now coming to the Black community because you can only sell so much beer to white men. And what they did in the 80s was they just paid Snoop Dogg and Billy D. Williams to like, so yo, go get this malt liquor, and then we bought it. And they never gave anything back to the community. Whereas, like, you know, you open up a brewery / restaurant, now you're generating funds, you know, I mean, through that. And it's like, oh, well, you shouldn't push, you know, beer sales. And it's like, well, we're not pushing beer sales. We're not trying to get people to drink more. We're trying to put their money back into the community in doing so, in that spending. So, I mean, I don't know, this is I'm on a tangent.
No, Jay, I wanted to ask you this. Are we our biggest problem? Or is the industry, because it's dominated by Europeans, the biggest problem?
Well, I think it's always you know, Europeans. I mean, that's just, you know, so there's but I mean, as far as out, so
because we don't support,
there are a lot of hurdles that we have to go through in order to get into these industries. There's a lot of safety nets that white folks have. So it's not so much of a, like, we're getting in our own way. It's more of a, people don't know how to gain access to these resources, right? Like people like, yeah, like people like, there's a lot of resources out there. And that's kind of like what we try to do with the festival, is connect people to the resources, because there's a lot of resources out there. People just don't know how to get in. And Allegheny County in general is a resource rich county. So like, you know, it's just, again, working in social services, you know, in my past life, you know, a lot of what I did was just guiding people to the help that they needed. You know what I mean? And like a lot of people don't see that. They're like, oh, well, there's all this help out there. But it's like, you can't just say, well, it's out there. You got to, like, you know, help folks get to that, because they weren't given the same, you know, like, you know, it's, you know, we're first, I'm the first generation outside of segregated schools.
Wow.
Right. You know what I mean? Like my mom went to a segregated school. So like, you know, when you talk about like, well, why don't we have these tools or whatever, like that's, there was two different education systems.
Wow.
You know, so, you know, like with the festival and whatnot, and a lot of what we do just in general with, you know, the comedy and various events or whatever, is try to, whether it's artists, you know, the brewing industry, like the Black community, it's finding these networks within the community, connecting them, and then empowering each other through that. Because a lot of people aren't talking to each other. They're just all trying to do it by themselves, because America has told us we need to do this shit by ourselves.
Right.
And what, like, you know, what we're trying to do is evolve and try to figure out how to best ask for help. Because white people get help all the time. Like they're born with help. They get help every day. There's not a day that goes by where somebody ain't passing them along doing something, like in some way that like gives them, you know, an advantage. Like even if like I want to drive outside my neighborhood, right? Like there's certain places we just don't go.
Right.
Like it just like, but if we do, it's a danger to our lives in a significant way. Not like a preconceived notion. Like if I get pulled over in the wrong place, it might be, you know what I mean? You know, so
Yeah.
You know, we need to, as a community, figure out. And if you say like, are we in our own way? I would say that we are taught that we should not ask for help. We should bootstrap it. And I think that, you know, we as a community need to grow out of that and figure out ways that we can get all the fucking help. Like, yeah, I mean, and like, you know, say, hey, I'm looking to do this. Where are the resources? And then sharing those and not gatekeeping and seeing other people as competition, but seeing each other as like collaborative, you know, efforts.
Absolutely.
I definitely appreciate your efforts in educating, because that's very important with us, because there's just things we just don't know. You know, I mean, we don't have the ins and outs. And we talked briefly about this a little bit earlier about the playing field being level. And it's not leveled for everybody, you know. So this education part is very important. That's a very important piece to how we advance as a culture, period. But what I wanted to ask here, Day, is that, you know, with your show, you know, being in a Burgh, popping in a, like, how
Ed and Day in the Burgh. Ed is the other guy, and then he's Day.
Tell me something, like, are you from Pittsburgh? How did you find things that are popping in Pittsburgh? You have to be from Pittsburgh to know the little places that are popping. And what do you call popping?
I'm waiting for them to go to arts. I'm just ready. I'm waiting for them to go to arts.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm from Braddock originally.
Okay.
So yeah, it's I mean, just living here, I don't know, I just like just getting into shit, right? I mean, like, and various, you know, in various
places. What's some of the stuff that you got to? Where are the places that you've gone to that's like a little gym in Pittsburgh that you thought,
no, I mean, so we did the bike park. It's down there in Larimer, which was, you know, cool. We did some samba over in Garfield. You know, we did some pretzels down in Southside. You know, we did yoga in the park and whatnot. Like, it was kind of like, so some of it is us. Like, so we've been doing, like, again, so being in comedy, once you're like in the art scene, you start to connect with all the folks in the art. Yeah, I mean, all the artsy fartsy folks, right? I mean, so like, you know, I was like, oh, there's nothing to do in Pittsburgh until I started going to open mics and then being exposed to that, like, over the course, you know, I'm, you know, going on 10 years now, you know, since, you know, starting comedy and whatnot. And some of that is us, me and Ed, our adventures and whatnot. But then some of it was actually like the producers of Very Local, who were doing research and like finding little like nooks and crannies as well. Yeah. So like, it was a nice mix of both what our experiences were, because Ed is a transplant. He came in from Cleveland and went to college here.
Oh, Cleveland.
I mean, so, you know, like his experience and his, like, you know, like relationship with the city is different than mine.
Right.
And then you have the producers and like they have their, like, you know, what they're looking at or whatever. So it's a nice, like, it's a collaborative project in the, you know, like the creative aspect where we get to see the city and all of us are being exposed, like, or at the same time, to something new, right? You know what I mean? Like, you know, and it's a cool experience. And it's like, I didn't know how it was going to be, because, you know, you spend all those hours recording and whatnot, and you're like, they could cut this down to 22 minutes. But then
it's a great show. I love it. I love it.
It.
I did not know Clavon's was black owned, correct? Clavon's is it black owned? Because I thought they bought it from
Clavon's.
That's the ice cream shop in
the ice cream shop.
Right.
Carmi's was a dope experience.
Y'all done caught diabetes up in there. All that fried goodness, butter and
the yam.
Man,
I got a couple of shops I want you to check out.
I'll let you know. I'm always like, I'm always looking for. I'm like 350 pounds on the inside. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I do not like, I don't put things in my face unless it like feels good, right? Like, I don't think about like, oh, should I like maybe cut down? Like, I don't even like, I'm just like, if it tastes good, I eat it. And like, man, it's hard. So Pittsburgh is kind of a flavor desert in a sense, right? Like, there's a lot of good food, but you got to find it.
You did.
And because a lot of motherfuckers don't like to season their shit. A lot of people, I mean, like we are the potato capital of the planet. Like, fuck what Idaho's saying. Yeah, I mean, like they put potatoes on everything, and it's like it's salt, and it's like, but then they forget the salt. Like it's So you gotta go searching around here for some good shit. You know what I mean? Like and I'm always open for suggestions. I mean, what are some of your favorite places?
Not food places, but they're Black-owned shops that are like really cool, like hangout spots and really nice places. Yeah, I'll talk to you.
Follow him on Facebook or Instagram, which she's rarely on, so you probably will have to hear from me.
Sorry,
she'll send me the list, and I'll send it to you, Day.
Yeah.
How can we reach out to you on social media, and how can we learn more about Barrel and Flow?
So Dave Bracey, all the ads on that, Barrel and Flow, the ads on that at Barrel and Flow, barrelandflow.com, and at Partners Pod for the podcast and whatnot.
Okay. And don't have your pearls on when you listen to the podcast.
I hope that after you heard me drop all that I dropped, that you would know what.
You saw she ripped her pearls off. She had her pearls and she broke them. See,
because I'm a woman of a certain age.
She is a woman of a certain age. She is.
And I'm the good guy. I can get me. Y'all got Ed is I love
really. So see, I didn't see that.
And then like for Ed and Day and the Burgh, so it's on very local. So it's on the TVs, Roku, Amazon, like the Fire Sticks.
I have it on Fire Stick.
Direct TV, Apple TV, like if you got a smart TV, like all the TVs, you can find it on. You know what I mean? Like,
but not the TV with the fat back.
Not. I don't know about them Toshibas. I mean, you might not.
That's probably not gonna happen.
I don't know. Maybe you get the antenna right. I don't know.
Get the rabbit ears.
That hanger in there.
Get that little hanger and that aluminum foil.
Right, you gotta get it on the right tilt though.
The aluminum. Stand right there. Stand right there.
You like, Mom? Can I sit down?
No, stand right there. Keep your ass right there. Right there.
Don't move it.
Don't you move.
You'd be like, good times is on. Hold.
She's sharing some life stories right here. So, Jay Bracey, thank you so much. I know you got to get ready to do your show, so thank you so much for just taking the time out to spend with us. And I don't have a problem coming on, just going into anybody else's house. I will not wear my pearls if you want us to hang out with you on Drinking Partners. I don't know if we got to drink anything. You just let me know. Give me a disclaimer first, or just
at least some water. You want to stay hydrated. It's a long conversation. You know what I mean? So we advise that at least. But yes, please come through. And yeah, man, like you're all welcome to chop it up with me and Ed, man. And yes, definitely leave your pearls at home. Maybe bring the herringbone out. Like
the herringbone.
With the bangle earrings, do that. At least 2 pair. At least 2 pair. At least 2 pair.
I got some of them.
I got that. Right. Yes, that's the Philly look.
Yes, that's what's up. That's what's up.
About that.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's the Hey Girl Hey podcast. We gotta get ready for Urban Media Today Talk Sports. I am your radio chick, Kiki Brown. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
And I
am Hold on. The woman of a certain age could go first. Go ahead.
Wait a minute. It's your soror.
Yes, Jerry became my soror day. She became, so we made an announcement about it today. She's a member of Phi Beta.
Okay, yay!
You missed She missed the announcement.
It's all over. Well, I am the chatter chick, LaShawn.
And Day is not a chick, so
he is the comedian dude.
He's the guy. He's that guy. He's the beer guy.
He's that guy.
The beer guy. The beer guy.
The beer guy.
I think they're synonymous. To be honest, I don't know if you could be a comedy and not be a beer guy. It helps.
The beer guy.
Beer comedian. Beer comedian.
He's a beer guy.
Okay. I give up. I don't know. Anyway, Day, you're welcome anytime to come back anytime. Find us on social media. You can reach out to us via email, theheyGirlHeyPodcast@gmail.com. If you want to find us streaming, you can do that. We are streaming wherever you find streaming. So we are everywhere. So make sure you check us out. It's the Hey Girl Hey Podcast, Urban Media Today. Thanks for watching.